Hi everyone and welcome to the Crows Show, brought to you by Chemist Warehouse. I'm Bickley.
And I'm Alana Smith. Each week we go behind the scenes at the Adelaide Football Club to meet the players, coaches and officials.
Coming up shortly, we'll take you down the players' race and into the change rooms at the MCG.
And in view of this weekend's clash with the Magpies, we'll look at how the Crows secured their first ever finals appearance by beating Collingwood.
It was a really fast game. That was one thing I've always remembered. It was such a fast game.
But first, Scott Thompson is one of the AFL's most enduring and respected players, and last night he became just the 5th Crow to play 300 games. That milestone includes the 39 he played for Melbourne after he was drafted by the Demons in 2000. Traded to Adelaide 4 years later, he elevated his game to that of an elite inside player. So how has the game changed in the 16 years since his debut?
Thompson, stand start, fantastic finish, another one, they're racking them up, the Adelaide Crows.
Certainly it's become a lot more professional. The speed of the game's changed a lot, you know, tactically it's a lot better nowadays, and it gets quicker and quicker, although with the interchange cap this year I don't think it's slowed it down, but it's, for me personally, I think it's helped me with the limited rotations, because it does take the sting out of it after a while.
Jenkins is there, they're coming from everywhere.
And there's certainly no hiding for the players anymore with all the different camera angles. When I started there was one camera, I think, and there was certainly a lot of stuff that happened behind the play that you couldn't get away with nowadays. Recovery's gone to a whole new level. It was pretty much optional when I started. Blokes would certainly enjoy a bit more alcohol than what they do these days, so you could go out and have a night out after a game and enjoy yourself and almost rock into recovery still with a belly full of booze, but that doesn't happen these days.
Thompson, that's coming around. I can sense a storm coming.
I've certainly been very lucky since I've made a change to the Adelaide Footy Club. I think this is my 12th season back here, and in those 12 seasons there's only been 1 year that I've played less than 20 games, and that was 2014. And I certainly take pride in my preparation and trying to get myself best prepared every weekend. I've been quite fortunate that my body has held up. I think I've got a fair understanding of my body and what I need to do to be able to get myself up to play each week. So, yeah, always an element of luck comes with that though. I'll certainly be very proud of what I've done playing-wise when I eventually retire, but I guess I'll sit back and reflect on that once that's happened.
Tomo, of course, won back-to-back club champion awards in 2011 and 12. He's been a wonderful player and a great bloke. The MCG is the traditional home of football. It's the game's biggest stage. Players enjoy the experience, fans love the atmosphere. Let's now take you beneath the giant stands and check out the change rooms.
Coming to the home of football at the MCG is really important for all clubs, but particularly for interstate clubs like ourselves. It's where finals are played, and we need to know our way around down here in the change rooms. Currently, the players are in the briefing room getting some tactical information from Don Pike. Here is the rub-down room, which is one of the busiest rooms pre-game. We bring 5 trainers and have 2 physios that are able to cope with an enormous workload pre-game, where every player gets a rub-down.
Eddie Betts, handball to Jacobs, he can poke through his second. The 2 ex-Blues combining.
On game day, you'll see lots of our players that have strapping, ankles, knees and shoulders. We go through 30 rolls of tape, which is equivalent to 150 metres.
Taylor play a little game amongst themselves. Feeding Lions!
Here's our property room. This is where the players will get all of their equipment for match day from Jock O'Connell. So here in the medical rooms is somewhere that you would hope you don't see too often on match day. These facilities are state of the art, and our medical staff have great facilities and space here to cope with any situation on game day.
The MCG, my absolute favourite ground. Still ahead on the Crows Show, team defence. It's one of the hallmarks of the modern game. But what exactly is it?
Team defence, it's an interesting question. It's your ability as the 18 players to work together to stop opposition.
Crows development coach Ryan O'Keefe still looks as fit as the day he played his last game for the Swans 2 years ago. That's because he's a fitness fanatic who goes everywhere on his bike. But a healthy regime is just what he needs to help his body cope with his incredible appetite. See for yourself as he takes on a local eating challenge.
I'm a bit of a fitness fanatic and mad cyclist, so I'm doing about 600 to 700 kilometres a week on the bike, which is a fair bit. So important part of being fitness is obviously getting enough calories and getting enough food on board. We're at the Watermark here in Glenelg. It's a great establishment. It's one of the hotels that really prides itself on its food. Here we go. Chef Drew here's got a beautiful kilo ribeye for me, so that looks sensational. It's getting cooked to absolute perfection. We've got some roasted heirloom vegetables, so yeah, lucky I brought my appetite. Wow, well this is it, a tomahawk steak. Look at this thing, it is massive. Just get straight into it I think. A little bit of mustard. Let's get this thing going. It's really juicy too, but nice piece of meat. Nice glass of the local red to go down with my beautiful tomahawk. Just got past 10 minutes. I think I'm done 10-minute mark. So, I think I pretty much knocked off nearly all the tomahawk there. A couple of little veggies. So I think I'm tracking pretty well actually. Get that. Don't want to waste any. That's my motto. No food gets left on my plate. It's my last bite, so it's been absolutely delicious. 13-minute mark, tomahawk 0, rock 1.
In the final round in 1993, Adelaide needed to beat Collingwood to ensure the club's first ever finals appearance. In front of a capacity crowd at Football Park, the Crows overcame a first quarter deficit of 26 points to overrun the Magpies.
It was a really fast game. That was one thing I always remember. It was such a fast game.
Overrun by both Collingwood players, Fraser and Rowe. Taken away by Tregenza, Anderson, Jarman, now Anderson again. Little kick was good vision. McGuinness has got some space. He'll run up inside 50. Good shepherd by Wigney. The umpire didn't see it. Away goes McGuinness. That's goal of the night, if you don't mind.
Once we started kicking those goals, you could feel the momentum, right across the ground.
But Bickley takes it away for the Adelaide side. His kick up near 50 metres. Bouncing ball, awkward. Jarman controls it. Andrew Jarman's got another one.
Because we started, dominating the centre, it gave us a lot of the ball. Tony McGuinness, Andrew Jarman, Wayne Wiedemann, especially across the centre line with Trigger on the other side, and then myself. They fed us pretty well, which was nice, and we were just able to really create getting each other into the game, which was really important.
The bounce really favours Wren. He doesn't mess around. He whacks it towards centre half forward. Nigel Smart can't break the tackle. He's still got the football. Shot for goal and under pressure. That was quite magnificent.
Tony Modder was just fantastic.
Left tack in the grass. McGuinness again inspired his third kick of the term. Modra!
Sometimes when you're kicking a lot of points, all of a sudden when a player can stand up and be counted for and do something special and give us that spark and reward us with a goal, that was really important.
His hand pass finds Anderson and Adelaide into attack. Look at the kick by Anderson right under the chest of Modra.
Opportunity for Smart. Smart does well, got it to Bone. This is Jarman on the 50. Bacon goal square. It looks good, it's home.
Being part of the finals campaign and finally getting there, competition saying, well, Adelaide have come of age. They've made a finals campaign. you know, that was a big step in the club.
Well, despite going into the finals with high hopes, the Crows were eventually bundled out by Essendon in the prelim. Now, the Crows' kitchen is getting plenty of use as players test their culinary prowess. Thanks to Thomas Farms, we thought it was time for Nathan Van Berlo and Paul Seedsman to go head-to-head. So, who do you think is the more convincing?
Quite often the Crows are working together as teammates, but today we're also pretty competitive, so Seeds and I want to have a cook-off. See who can do this meal the quickest, make it look the tastiest, pretty much just get it done.
Make it look the tastiest. I think it'll be the tastiest and make it look the most presentable.
Let's go.
I reckon I got you.
We'll divvy up what we need. This is mutual ground in here.
I haven't got any pepper, no.
There you go, mate.
Mine's going to be pretty spicy by the look of that. There, you got to cook there first, did you say? Like that?
Yep, on your back first, mate.
Well, I still need in this bit. Add a dash of olive oil if it's dry. Mint. I haven't added the mint. I might go a 7 rather than a 9 because the 9 seems to be burning outside.
This is a speed test, so I've got an idea.
What? Oh, slice them up and then put them in. Oh, you can't do that. You turn one off. You're a dog. Bit more presentation. There you go, I'm done.
All right, judgment time. Here we go. This is what it's actually meant to look like. Can we see here? Clearly seeds all over the shop.
No.
Your meat does look a bit better there, I'll give it that.
Yes, thank you.
It was about quickest. Quickest was one of the criteria. I was quicker.
You were quicker, yes.
Yeah. Presentation, I'm probably going to...
Yeah, that's definitely me.
Just, but I don't know, this is still kicking a bit, but we'll see how we go. And then taste was the other one, wasn't it?
That was. Yeah, that's beautiful. That one's a winner, I reckon.
No?
Yep.
I'm biased, mate. I want mine. At least I can... All right, you eat the rest of your meat over here.
After the break, Brodie Smith roasts the quiet one. And we explore the latest defensive tactics.
David Mackay is known for being the quiet one in the group. The same can't be said of Smithers. So, thanks to Aussie Ripper Roast, we gave him the job of finding out something about D-Mac that his teammates don't know.
David Mackay, welcome to the Ripper Roast.
Thanks for having me.
Do you want to talk us through your, change in role this year, playing a bit more inside?
Yeah, look, I've been able to play a few different roles this year, which has been really good. And, up forward, inside a little bit, obviously outside on the wing, and then a little bit of time back there with you, which has been nice. That has been nice.
Where do you think your footy's probably best suited to, or are you happy playing a number of roles?
Oh, look, I'm happy playing a number of roles. It's probably the way the game's going a little bit. You have to be able to play a number of different roles, so happy to play wherever the coaches want me to.
All right, on to the good stuff. You obviously got married not long ago. Would you say you wear the pants around home?
No doubt, yeah. No, I run the show, and I think it will be that way for quite some time.
Definitely?
Not a chance.
Yeah, I was going to, that threw me because I was going to ask, a few of the boys said you would like a dog, but one's never entered the house.
Look, I don't mind dogs. I've never had one, but as long as I'm married to my wife, there's no chance we'll have a dog.
Yeah, I've heard she's very anti-dogs.
Yeah, she is. When we go around to Andy Otten's place, they usually give her a water bottle, like a spray water bottle, and basically, so whenever the dogs come here, she just sprays and they go away. So,
can you talk us about your first dance? I've just heard a few things about a few catches in there or heavy choreography.
I put quite a bit of time and effort into that, but it was a good night, obviously, and pulled out a few moves, which was probably surprised a few people actually.
And obviously you and Sarah now planning for DMAC Junior. How's that all going? Plenty of baby shopping?
Yeah, plenty. We're VIP members at Baby Bunting already, so can't get her out of there. But no, we're getting there. We're about 10 or 11 weeks away, so not too far. Hopefully, yeah, that will go pretty quick during footy season. 10 or 11 weeks away. Hopefully, we're playing some finals footy. Obviously, the big question: if the pregnancy falls on a Saturday, what are you going to do on game day? Look, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. It's probably a bit early to make any plans yet, but no, the doctors assured me that he can make things happen. So, yeah, if need be, he might have to be there with her in the stand somewhere.
All right, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, mate.
Each week, Revolution Roofing takes us under the coach's roof to find out more about the lasted tactics and trends in the modern game. Well, the term team defence is certainly in vogue, but what does it mean?
Team defence, it's an interesting question. It's your ability as the 18 players to work together to stop opposition. Years ago, you probably played on an opponent. You had a direct opponent, and that's who you had to stop. When the opposition got the ball, you got to your opponent, where now you're probably guarding the most dangerous, the closest guy to you, or you're guarding an area. You're not so much worried about where the opposition are, you're guarding an area.
It's been a real win for Daniel Talia and Levi Casbolt at the moment.
So there's still a few tags, there's still a few defenders that get the job on their opponent and just play on their opponent, but there's probably been a trend lately where teams are more guarding an area depending on where the opposition forwards play, will depend on where your halfbacks play.
Well played, Hughes. Kirsten, run down holding the footy.
All lines are important, and the forwards are often the first one. If we get it inside 50, the forwards are the first one that can slow the opposition down, giving time for your midfielders and your defenders to set up in the way we want to play. We've all got to be playing the role together. It only takes one or two, if they're not playing their role, for it to break down. The start of the year was probably a slightly new model compared to last year that we were implementing, and it's taken us a little bit of time, but our last 6 weeks have probably shown that we're on the right track, and we've done it against some really good opposition. So it's still a work in progress, something we want to get better at, but at the moment really enjoy the way the players are applying themselves.
And Adelaide are doing it as well as anyone. Stay with us. Shortly there's another appearance by Brodie Smith. And you never know where the camera will stop.
Well, we're used to seeing Brodie Smith rebounding out of defence or roasting his teammates, as we showed a little earlier. But now it's time to see him in holiday mode, thanks to our friends at Flight Centre.
Favourite holiday destination would be America. I went last year and spent 3 weeks there in New York, Vegas, San Fran, so really enjoyed that trip and had a lot of fun. And then we went to a lot of sporting events as well, so got to see the NBA, NFL, a bit of ice hockey as well, so it's really good to see some other sporting venues. I'm looking to go to Europe at some stage over the next couple of years, so I'm really looking forward to that as well.
This is the time when it pays to be seen at the football. We're looking for our face in the crowd. Let's have a good look here. Okay, we'll settle on you. If you recognise yourself, be sure to email the club by 5 p.m. next Wednesday. Be ready with some photo ID, and a merchandise pack from Chemist Warehouse will be yours.
Next week, to coincide with Adelaide's away game to Geelong, we look back at the last time we were able to win at Skilled Stadium, and Alana, it was a long while ago.
I think you might have featured in that one. Now, before we go, the Crows boast the fastest growing social media platform in the AFL. So why not follow us on Twitter or join us on Facebook, Instagram or Snapchat?
You'll find out all the latest news and receive behind the scenes insights.
Well, that wraps up our show, brought to you by Chemist Warehouse.
Thanks for your company, and we'll catch you again next Sunday at 11:30 on 7.
Bye for now.
Bye.